So I've just spent the last 3 hours playing Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. You know, the troubled game by 3D Realms that saw multiple delays and was just one of many others that seemed under threat of never being finished. For us who have been keeping tabs with this game many years back, it almost seemed like a joke that 3D Realms proclaimed a final release date during their most recent Realms Deep video game showcase event. Hell, I wasn't even ready to believe it either. But now, here we are, February 27, and lo and behold, 3D Realms actually released it like they promised. Here's hoping it's not mid-tier like Raven. Wrath follows the player character known only as Outlander on his quest to free this forgotten realm of all evil. Wait, that kind of sounds like another game. They even share the whole Chosen One champion gimmick. But what separates this game undoubtedly from its medieval counterpart is its dark and gritty world filled with Lovecraftian horrors that would give many body horror fans a smile. Wrath starts you in a light tutorial before quickly placing you within the hub world called Morning Vale. Here you have the option of choosing any of the levels available in any order you choose. Hop in, play through, and at the end, receive a sigil that must be collected at the end of each level. The maps are intricately designed and oozing with atmosphere, placing you within snowy landscapes, dirge-filled sewers, underground passages, and beyond. And filling these levels is an assortment of enemies fulfilling many different battle roles. Fodder enemies like the Fallen, the Wretched that are slow but annoying at any distance, Cacodemon competition provided by the Heretic, and the absolute bulldozers that are the Executioners. The designs of some of these are really gorgeous too, with the Heretic being my favorite. The combat here leans surprisingly a lot more towards Doom than I would have expected. There is a heavy emphasis on enemy numbers and the types of enemies that lie within their ranks, forcing the player to have to think fast on their feet on which enemies take priority and what weapons best suit the situation. Not saying Quake isn't like this, but there are lots of projectiles as well, meaning you are having to place emphasis on movement and dodging too. Wrath is executing the role of a true classic first-person shooter wonderfully. The Wrath dance is really something to be learned and enjoyed. Speaking of the dance, a primary tool in your arsenal will be your starting weapon, the Ruination Blade. It serves its purpose of being a hack-and-slash weapon that can be charged for a forward thrust that can take out a small group of zombies with ease. But this also can be used to help launch you forward towards hard-to-reach areas. Ledges just outside of your jumping range can be reached by jumping, then launching yourself forward, making for fun secret hunting. But it also has one more use, one that is not explicitly mentioned in the game. Now, I'm sure there is already a proper term for this, but I like to call this game's equivalent to bunny hopping, blade hopping. This is a really fun way of traversing maps much faster by way of jumping and slashing in series with each other. It takes a bit to get the hang of, but once you do, you will find yourself soaring through maps with ease. And when all of these concepts come together, it can make for really exciting, intense action sequences, just like this. Now, I've only played through 2 levels at this time, the Mire and the Gardens, and I have only died twice on hard difficulty. But keep in mind, I am a Doom and Boom Shoot veteran, and I had the opportunity to play the early access version, of which I put nearly 20 hours into. But for those inexperienced with Wrath, even those with some old school Boom Shoot experience will find this game is adequately difficult. As of now, I'm not even sure if there is another hub world or two, and I haven't seen nearly everything Wrath has to offer, but as a first impression from somebody who has followed this game since its announcement, I do have to say that the team behind this game have me hooked. I do have some nitpicks, and I haven't even touched on all the different power-ups and journal entries, but I'll bring those up in my full review of Wrath once I've completed it. But something to keep in mind is Wrath only released on PC and only as a single-player experience. They did, in fact, scrap multiplayer, and who knows when this will launch on consoles. Typical 3D Realms shit. All that drama and more will be covered in the full review. But after 3 hours of playing, I can say that Wrath Aeon of Ruin is so far scratching that very particular itch for me, if any of you were curious. With more enemies, weapons, artifacts, and levels to explore, here's hoping it just continues to get better. If you are playing, let us know in the comments below. And please don't share anything late game. I would like to be unspoiled. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the full review. Like and subscribe as always. I'll see you guys then.